Hi everyone, I'm back. So really exciting box opening for me today. I mentioned in my previous video that I had a vintage Sindy doll coming from eBay. So she arrived yesterday. I have opened the box because I didn't want you to see my address on the box. So she's in lots of bubble wrap in here. But I am just going to get her out. So she was one of the more expensive dolls I've probably bought. Not the most expensive, but I did pay a little bit for her. Right, so she is basically new in box. Now, this is it did say on the listing that she was the Sindy Funtime doll from 1973 and that she was the miniature doll, which is the same doll that I had when I was a child. I've got my doll here. As you can see, she's got a wig on because I cut so much of her hair off that, yeah, I ended up taking all of her hair off as an adult and putting a wig on her. I have had this head on her for a while. This is a head I got from a bundle. I have had that head on her. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Yeah, I have had her on the body for a while, but for the purpose of this video, I've put her original because I want to compare the face. Right, so I think this would have been the same box as I would have had. I mean, it's in such good condition, as you can see. There's literally not a sellotape on it. There's not a mark on it. So this is the outfit that my Sindy came in, although I cannot remember ever having the skirt. I'm sure I did, but I don't remember having that. Right, so let's open her up. So she would have come just loose in the box, as she is now. So she has got some shoes in here. Look as new. And she's literally not been... The only thing she's got missing... Let's take this off her head. The only thing she's got missing is the hairband, and apparently due to time of the box of it, the doll just being left in the box, the hairband's disintegrated, which is understandable, isn't it? So let's just take this plastic band off of her hair. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the hair that my Sindy would have had. So I want to compare the faces to see if they're the same. I'm already noticing a little bit of difference with their legs. This doll's legs seem a bit wider apart than my doll's, but let's compare the faces. So I just need to come off camera and have a look. I'm very interested to see if the faces are the same. They are. They're pretty much the same. Yeah, they've got the high colour. They've both got the high colour. So the miniature Sindy is basically shorter than a normal Sindy. I'm just checking they're the same size now. Yeah, they are. They're both miniature Sindys. Let me just get a normal size Sindy. Let's get a normal size girl. A sport for choice here. Let's have this one. So you can see that, actually I've probably got a normal size Funtime girl somewheres. I think I've got a Funtime girl from the same year that is normal sized. But I can't see her for the moment. Actually, it might be her. Sorry, I'm just going to get her. I should have prepared for her come on, shouldn't I? I think it might be this girl. I'm not sure. I think it might be. I think it might be this girl. We just check her. Oh no, she's got a twisty waist. So the basic Funtime She's beautiful though, isn't she? The basic Funtime girl I got was so basic she didn't have a twisty waist. Anyway, I've got a normal size Sindy here, so let me show you. The miniature is just a bit shorter. So what helps me recognise this doll is the high coloured face, a very high coloured face. And obviously this girl's face is in better condition. Well, I don't know. Mine's not in bad condition, isn't it? My original doll. But yeah, you can see the high coloured face. So yeah, they've got a non-twisting waist. Their heads are hard. I'm just checking. I don't know whether this one feels a bit softer. No, it is still hard. It's just me being. So as you can see, my doll's legs are closer together than this doll. So the other thing with my doll, because I can remember this as a child, being annoyed about this. I hated the fact, I'm going to take her shoes off. She had one leg longer than the other. I hated that. But I've since found out that the majority of these dolls did have that. So let's see if this girl's got one dot. Yeah, she hasn't really. She's slightly got, yeah, she has got one. Yeah, she has. But I don't think it's quite as apparent as with my original doll. So she has got some staining on her swimming costume just due to age. It's not because it's ever been taken off or anything. The skirt is in such brilliant condition. So I'm pretty sure this is how my original doll's hair would have been when I got her. Why I cut it, I've no idea. So as you can see, you can tell she hasn't been out the box because her hair is in its original style. Yeah. So let's see what they've got on the back of their heads. Let's see if they've got the same. So this one has got 03055X. Just gonna. Yeah, they've got exactly the same on the back of their neck. Oh, wig nearly come off then. Right, so let's see if they've got the same on the back of them. So on my one, we've got OD made in Hong Kong. And I'm hoping there's the same on this one. Oh, you can tell the poppers have never been undone. Wow. I don't know whether I can undo that. It's been left as it is for so long. Right, let's see if we can take the... And I'm tempted to just leave her as she is. Oh no, that's come undone. So let's undo the bottom one. The top one's not undoing very easily. I just want to check what she's got on her back. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to the top ones. It's obviously, yeah, can't quite undo it. Oh, I've done it now. I've done it. It's fine. It's fine. It's just, yeah. So we've got OD made in Hong Kong on the back as well. So it is the same doll. So my doll is swingy. My doll was so well played with. Swingy arms. Her legs are not, her legs are still okay. This doll's arms aren't as swingy because obviously she's never been played with. I mean, she's just, well, obviously she's going to be perfect. She's never been taken out of the box. So let me show you her waist. So I've wanted this doll to replace, well, not to replace, because I'm going to keep this doll. And obviously I could reroute her if I wanted to. Although I've never rerouted a doll, I'm sure I could, you know, if I wanted to. I just haven't ever done it. But I've always wanted a a really good condition doll that would have been the same as what that I got. So this is how important this doll is to me. So let's just take that off. I mean, you can tell. So her clothes have never been removed. So yeah, so the basic doll, so basically she was the cheapest Sindy doll you could get. And I bought her with some birthday money, which was very, very unusual for me because my mum would always save my birthday money. She would never let me spend it. So I can remember going to a toy shop in a town near to me, and I can remember being allowed to go and buy this doll and one outfit, and the outfit I got was the Penny Party outfit, which I'm also obsessed with. I'm obsessed with that outfit, and I'm obsessed with Funtime dolls because it's my childhood. So I think when I got my doll, as I say, her hair would have been like this, and obviously I cut it. Now, Sindy dolls, I don't think were particularly well rooted. So yeah, she's got a real gap there. But you can, you know, she hasn't lost any of her hair, but I don't understand why one side she's got a gap and the other side she hasn't. She must have just came like that, I assume. How strange. So as you can see on that side, she's rooted normally. I mean, there is a bit of a gap. There is a bit of a gap, to be honest. But on this side, it's as if she's been missed. But there aren't any plugs missing. There's no holes for plugs. So yeah, they were basically not very well rooted. I mean, she's rooted a bit better at the back. Yeah, I mean, if you compare them to sort of dolls nowadays, yeah, she's really, look. So that side, obviously, she's rooted. I mean, not much better, but better than that side. It feels like there should be a plug there. Yeah. It's almost as like they, in the factory, they've just not put a piece of hair in. But let's get a comb out. I don't want to do too much with her hair, but I think if I comb it a bit, I think it's going to look a bit better. So yeah, this is the same colour as my Sindy doll's hair would have been, and it would have been in this style. And yeah, I ended up cutting it. I don't know why. And I just kept cutting it shorter and shorter and shorter. Why I did, I've no idea. When I had my daughter, I had two sons first, and then 10 years later I had a daughter, and she wasn't as into dolls as I was, but she did love dolls. And I could remember telling her the story about me cutting my Sindy doll's hair and how much I regretted it, and just telling her not to cut her doll's hair. She did cut. I mean, she had she had a lot of dolls because obviously I was reliving my childhood, wasn't I? But she did cut some of her doll's hair. But yeah, I remember telling her, you know, not to, because she regret it, because once you've cut a doll's hair, you can't grow it back again, can you? So yeah, I mean, I am pleased with her. Just trying to sort of comb her hair a bit. So yeah, this is how my original doll would have come. So I mean, she hasn't got really long hair. I mean, I can kind of understand why maybe I cut it, I suppose. She hasn't got super long hair. But then she's an early doll. So I would have been 7 when I got this doll. Friends of mine had obviously more than one Sindy doll, and they had furniture and all sorts of things. I mean, you know, I would have loved that. I used to play with my Sindy doll every day. So I did have a few other clothes for her. She's beautiful, isn't she? I'm so pleased to have her. So I am curious as to why her legs are different. Right, so let's take the dress off of my Sindy doll and compare. So my Sindy doll's a bit lighter, and I think that's purely because she's obviously been played with and she's older, isn't she? But yeah, the legs are the same, but this girl's legs are further apart. So I just think they probably varied a bit when they were made. I don't think everything was made exactly the same. I think they varied a bit. Yeah, I mean, I could put this girl's head on my original doll. That's what I could do, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I mean, these heads are hard heads and they're hard to get off, but if you heat them up with a hairdryer, you can get them off. But I'm certainly not heating this girl up with a hairdryer. So yeah, it is the same doll. Yeah. Yeah, and I've just had trouble finding the miniature version. And I think I got the miniature version as well because it was cheaper. I basically got the cheapest doll you could get. I'm a bit disappointed that there seems to be a bit of a gap in her hair, but I think that's how she came because she hasn't been played with or anything. She hasn't been. Well, she's in a perfect box, so. But I do think that's how she came. So I'm probably going to wash this, or try and wash it maybe, just because of that staining. But it's staining due to age. I'm going to put this back on her. So yeah, I've been looking for this Funtime doll, the miniature 1973 Funtime doll for years, probably the past 20 years. And I found lots of Funtime dolls from 1973, but not the miniature. But yeah, I mean, there's some memories you have of children, isn't there, where your mind fools you a bit because you have these memories because you've seen photos of yourself doing these things as a child. Not that there's many photos of me as a child at all, but I think sometimes you sort of doubt whether you do have the memory because you think that you memorise it because if you've seen yourself in a photo. But I wouldn't have any photo of me getting this doll. So my memories are genuine. And I can remember the day. I can remember going with my mum. And it was a massive thing because obviously I wasn't normally allowed to spend any money. And I don't think my mum could have particularly liked dolls herself because I had so few dolls. Yeah, I just remember. And I remember being so disappointed when I got her home because I thought I'd got her, because she had one leg longer than the other, and I noticed that. And I remember being upset by it. I didn't say anything. But I have since found out that all of the dolls had one leg longer than the other. I mean, the quality in a lot of ways was good, but in some ways, in the fact that these particular dolls all had one leg longer than the other wasn't great, was it? A lot of children probably wouldn't have noticed it, but I noticed it, and I remember always being a little bit peeved that I'd got this doll and it had one leg longer than the other, but I think whatever one I'd got, it would have been the same. Just putting her dress back on. So yeah, I'm really, really happy to have her. So I think this doll has got the nicest colouring of any vintage Sindy doll. She's got very high colouring, very high blush. They have rooted eyelashes. I have drawn on eyelashes and rooted eyelashes. Should I have both? Her face is lovely. So yeah, her hat. I mean, my original Sindy doll is in good condition. I did look after her. I didn't shoe her or anything. The only thing that I did with her was I cut her hair. Yeah. This wig suits her though. So this is a Barbie wig. Really suits her, doesn't it? Yeah. So let's have a look at the shoes. Let me just put her shoes back on. And let's have a look at this Sindy's shoes. Now, vintage Sindy's shoes are always too big for her. But I love the fact that I now know the box that she came in. Yeah, I love the fact that that would have been the box that she came in. It's just a cardboard box. And on the back, it's got the things that you could buy at the time. So at the time, you could buy a kitchen, a bath, a wardrobe and a bed. I know my friend had the wardrobe and the bed. And then there's some outfits on here you could get. As I said, I was allowed to pick one outfit as well, and I picked the Penny Party outfit. So I've got a few of the lounger dresses, but I haven't got that version. Makes me want to get that version. I haven't got any of the outfits on here. I've got lounger dresses, but not in that colour. And it does make me want to get the outfits that are on here. So though she's a pedigree doll, she was still made in Hong Kong. And I never remember my doll having that skirt, but I'm sure she did. The box is just in perfect condition. So this would have been the box that my doll came in when I went to get her. Right, so let's put... So, yeah, the shoes never really fit particularly well. I mean, they're going to come off. Yeah, they're going to come off. That one fitted a bit better. Try that one on that one foot. One's not fitting too bad, but yeah, they always come off. They're the little shoes she would have came in, and they're too big for her, as you can see. And that would be normal. Yeah, so that's the miniature Fun Time doll. Yeah. I mean, my daughter was always going to have dolls if she wanted them. So, yeah. But I did have one doll. I did have one Sindy doll, and now I've got a replica. Yeah. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.